you. I'm sorry, I'm just into too much.
Hey y'all, it's me, Slay by Jordan, and today we have a banger. We are working with the company Wings by Her Giving Hair. They sent me over their Kinky straight tape-ins, natural color, 22 inches, 80 pieces. The tape-ins were so full and so soft to the touch. Let's get into this color. So we're going to be doing a ginger color today, and what we'll need to do first is bleach the tape-ins. I'm using my normal BW2 powder and 50 volume developer, and we finna get these tape-ins bleached. So now we're going to paint the bleach on these tape-ins, making sure that you get that bleach all the way through. We're going to paint it on top, we're going to paint it on bottom, and we're going to split the tape-ins in half and make sure we get the inside. You want to make sure that you get this bleach evenly coated on all the hairs on the tape-ins. That way you get an even bleach. You can do the bleach water method, but with tape-ins, you got to try to not get the top of the tapes wet. So that's why I decided to paint the bleach on today, because you don't want to get those tapes wet. However, I still ended up getting my tapes wet any kind of way, anyhow. But still, just try to prevent getting those tapes at the top wet as much as possible. I took the bleach up as far as I could without, trying to get the tapes wet. So it is still a little bit black showing at the top, but that won't be an issue once we install. If you install it correctly, you still won't see that black at the top. So. And make sure you brush that bleach all the way through. Like I said, we just trying to get it evenly distributed. And we're just going to lay that to the side and do that on the rest of the tape-ins. As you can see, I'm on my last little bundle. So you get 4 bundles. You get 2 bundles per 40 pieces. So 40 pieces is 2 bundles of 20 pieces. So being that I have 80 pieces, I have 4 bundles. And I just did the process on all the bundles. And now the bleach is done processing. So I'm rinsing the bleach off with some warm water, warm to hot water, just to make sure I'm really getting all that bleach off. And then I'm going to clean it with my Dawn dish detergent. Y'all know I love to wash my wigs and weave with Dawn dish detergent. It just gets all that dirt, all the product, anything that's in it, gets it right on out. And then after that, we're going to do that to the rest of the tape-ins and sit them to the side. And then we're going to do our ginger color. And I'm going to tell you the exact color I used to get this perfect ginger color. Stay tuned. We are going to be using the Kiss Cajun Spice. I think I actually ended up using 3 bottles. But these are the tape-ins after being bleached and, rinsed out. So now I'm just going to apply that color right on top. The bundles were still damp. You don't have to let them dry. After you rinse your bleach off, you can go right ahead and add your color. I only shampoo after bleaching. I don't condition. I wait to condition after the color has processed and I've rinsed that out. So I'm just squeezing that color on top. Then we're going to flip it over, squeeze it over some more. Then we're going to open up that tape-in bundle, get out in between the cracks and crevices. And then we're going to use our paddle brush and brush that all the way through, make sure it's evenly distributed. And, really soak that bundle down in that color because, sometimes these semi-permanent colors don't be wanting to catch on to this hair. So you have to oversaturate it to make sure you don't have any splotchiness. But yeah, just make sure it's really good and coated and saturated. Self-control has never been a thing. Don't think it'll help if there's a ring with a rock in it. Where I'm from,
they serve the soda clean. You come from a city where it's lean with the rocks in it. How the fuck you keep so many secrets?
And these are the tapers after I apply all the color. I think I let this color sit for about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours maybe. I'm not sure. But you need to let it sit at least for 1 hour. And then I went ahead and rinsed it out with the coldest water I could from the faucet. And then we're going to condition them with our silicone mix. And we're going to be done with coloring our tape-ins.
Why would you tell me those lies? Why would you make it so bold to my face? Why are your stories all over the place? Whole lot of secrets friends don't keep safe. Where did your friends all go? I can't solve your problems. You say your problems never needed solving. I was too good, so you should have stayed silent. Nice guys always finish off where they started. They shop who you want things and you got them. They shop who I want.
And these are the tape-ins after I've colored them. And after this, I just let them air dry. Hey y'all, I'm here with my baby Nisha. So we're gonna do the ginger kinky straight tape-ins. This is her natural hair before. As you can see, if you follow us on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, you can see I color her hair burgundy back in December of 2021. It's now November 2022. So you can see she definitely has new growth. This is all her new growth since December 2021. And then her ends, the burgundy faded. So we're gonna lift her roots and lift the ends just a little bit. Then we're gonna put our ginger color on there, the same color we put on the tape in, and go get this process started. So stay tuned. So off camera, I went ahead and colored her hair to match the tape ins. I did a deep conditioning treatment on her. And now we're just pressing her right on out. I'm not pressing her on the highest setting because she does have color treated hair. And high heat with color treated hair can dull your color or even change the color. And we do not want that. And not only that, it can also, damage your hair further. So be careful on what heat setting you're using. I'm just pressing out her hair, doing one pass. And, we just getting her pressed. And this is her hair after I gave her a good trim. We got rid of all those dead ends. As you can see, her hair is looking shiny. It's looking thick. It's just giving. It's giving the girls what the girls need, honey. And right now, we're just doing our sectioning for our tape-ins. You already know I separate the hair across the ear. We have 2 front sections, and then we work on our back first by itself. And that's all the leave out that I'm leaving out in the back. And we're about to drop down our first row and start applying these tapes.
in the store if you want it. I gave him the drill, they set it up, I got him on it. I bought a new bag, I had the one, so I two-toned them. Taking these drugs, I'm gonna be up until the morning. That ain't your car, you just a lease, so you don't own it. If I'm in the club, I got that 5 when I'm performing. The back end just came in and out honest. Vibes galore, cute shit, they all on us. I'm from Atlanta where young niggas run shit. I know they hating on me, but I don't read comments. Whenever I tell her to come.
To help me save time, I like to press each row before I start another one. We just wanted a more sleeker look, so I decided to press the Kinky straight tape-ins. These tape-ins actually were pressing out straighter than what I thought they would. I've used Kinky straight in the past, and even when pressing it, it still had like a lot of, texture in it. But honey, these tape-ins, honey, they was pressing out straight. I was like, okay, honey, I see you. But honey, I did not have a problem with that. I love that. So yeah, after we did that, we just started on our second row, and we're about to apply some more tapes. So we've did 3 rows so far, and I just want to do a quick ponytail test to show you how you can't see any of the tapes when we pull it up. Look at that. It looks like it's all her hair. The color match is on point. You can't see any tapes. Can't see any black. It's perfect. So we did a couple more rows off camera, and now we're working on our last 2 tapes at the top. Make sure you do leave out a section of hair at the top of the back section to cover it. That way you'll be able to do a half up, half down. That's what's underneath that white clip, the section to cover the leave out when she does a half up, half down to cover the back leave out. So we're doing our last 2 tapes. Make sure if you only have 80 pieces of tapes, that you're not putting your tape in so close together in the back, because you'll find out quickly that you won't have none for the front. But if you have 120 pieces, you can put them really, really close. But make sure you separate some spaces in between those rows, because if you don't, you'll find yourself with 1,000,000 tape ends in the back, and then when it's time to get to the front, you only got like 4. So just try to like really separate them good. Find a method that works for you. You really just gotta have an eye for it. Really, I can't really explain that, but yeah. So after we press that out, we're gonna drop that down and show you the entire back section is now complete. It's full, it's giving. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I really enjoyed this Kinky straight hair from Wings by Her Giving Hair. Like, I love Kinky straight. It just blends in with those 4C clients so well. Like, I love it. So now we're working on the front section. I'm separating out her leave out, and I'm doing it in a diagonal because why do I do it in a diagonal? That's a good question. You just want to have enough leave out to fully cover her hair when it's in a ponytail. So that's why I part it in the diagonal. And also I part it in a diagonal as well because we lay our tapes in the front in a diagonal, so you can get more fullness in the front. And you'll see that in just a second. But as you can see, I'm using my rat tail comb to make sure I have enough leave out. If you can see the rat tail, you don't have enough. If you can't see it, you're good to go. And that's all the leave out I'm going to leave out in the front. I know that's a lot, but yeah, that's all the leave out I'm leaving out in the front, specifically for the ponytail part. So now we're finna make a little diagonal section right there, and we finna start applying some tapes right there. I showed it from a different angle so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And as you can see when I applied that tape, how it's naturally already falling forward, like over her shoulder in the front. That's what you want. You want that hair to already be directed towards the front, so the front can look full just like the back. Because you can see a lot of times with tape ends, like the back be super full, but the front be thin. So what you need to do is just direct the hair where you want it to fall. And that's what's good about having great technique. You just make it work.
It's fake kills. One time. Standard. One time. It's got to be. Lego. Passing the prime. Them girls, them a come, them a feel alive. One by one. Them a step in a me yard, them a enter, them be 2 by 2.
So we only put 2 tape ends right here so far. And then what I'm about to explain is the hard part about the front. That's where a lot of people get confused. So you just got to pay attention. But we're going to do a quick little ponytail test. As you can see, you can't see it. So we good to go. So now we're going to make our side part first. We're just going to go ahead and make a simple side part. Make your side part and make sure that those tape ends are covered. And once you do that, clip that out the way. That's the first step. Step 2 is to separate the leave out to cover the middle part at the top. And once you get that, section that out the way. Now, time for part 3. With the side part, you have to cover the tape ends on both sides of the side part. So you need to section out some hair to cover the tape ends on the other side of the side part. And then once you get that, you left with this itty bitty section to apply tapes to. And you even have to take that section and split it in the front some because you want to be able to pull your hair up into a ponytail. So I'm about to show y'all how little the section is that we're going to add the rest of the tapes to. And we're only going to add 2 more tapes to the front section. So in total, it'll only have 4. So we're going to put 2 tapes on the little thin section, and that's going to be the front section.
Original Batman. One time. He's Butty baby. Be cute. Mix it. Yeah, no. Lega.
And those are the last 2 tapes that we are going to apply to that front section. So in total, she only has 4 in the front and a lot of them in the back. This is the full install. Once the other side is complete, all sides are complete, both sides in the front and the back. And now we're just showing you the hair in the middle part. As you can see, is giving. Then we're going to show you the hair up in a high ponytail / bun. And then we're about to switch this hair to a side part because that will be our final style for today. It will be a side part. I just love the versatility of tape-ins, especially the way I install them. You can do both side parts, a middle part, half up, half down, and a full ponytail. I know I never show y'all the half up, half down, but I promise y'all for real. The next time I do tape-ins, which will be like real soon, I'm going to do a half up, half down because I never show y'all that. And I got to show y'all that you can do anything with following my method. So now we're just about to do some curls. I did layer the hair off camera. You must cut and bling your tape ins to the client's natural hair, because if you don't, you're going to see exactly where the tape start and stop, and you're going to see exactly where her real hair starts and stop. So you have to cut your tape ins to blend, like you literally have to. So if you are a person who doesn't like to cut their weave or not, tape ins is not for you unless it's the same inch as your natural hair. But most people get tape ins, they get a longer length than their natural hair. So you're gonna have to cut it and layer it to blend it. So I did that off camera, but I'm gonna show you a short recap in the end and you will see all that. So right now I'm just curling her up using my 1-inch curling iron. Although I'm using my smallest curling iron, the curls are coming out super big because kinky straight hair typically doesn't really like to hold a curl for real. So just keep that in mind. Like if you get kinky straight hair and you want to keep your curls, you're definitely gonna have to like pin curl or like roller set or flexi ride your hair every single night. Because kinky straight hair doesn't really like to hold curl. It wants to be straight. It just wants to be straight. But yeah, even though it doesn't like to hold a curl, it still curls beautifully. And I love the big voluminous look we got from this. But I gotta give y'all the raw and it's truth, Just gotta, tell you about everything, so when you get it, you won't be surprised. So yeah, just watch the rest of this curling.
I've been watching you. 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 If I let you know, you can deny I'm talking about nobody. Are you responsible? Boy, I can watch my back, 'cause I'm not just sitting back. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm pretty good. Right now I'm naughty, naughty. Say yes, yes, and no, 'cause I really need somebody. Tell me if that's somebody. Say yes, yes, and you. Say yes, yes, and you. I've been watching you.
After I curl and pin each side, I like to spray it with Sebastian Shaper Plus hairspray just to give the hair and the curls some hold, just to give them something to hold on to. All the curls are done, and now I'm just combing this hair out. Y'all, get into how beautiful this hair is. The way the tape ends is blending in with her natural hair. It's all the same color. Like, this is just some raw hair shit. Like, period. It is just giving, like, the layers. Oh, my God. They are to die for. Like, I just love everything about this, y'all. And now I'm finna spin around to show her. As you can see, she like, ooh, let's get into this recap.
Been watching you. I've 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 been watching you.
Once again, I would like to thank Wings by Her Giving Hair for sending me these bum kinky straight tape ins. Make sure you check the description box below for all the information and links. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notification bells. I got some more bangers coming. Love y'all.